circles are scary enough and you put numbers on it?
How dare thee!
God, is that you?
Why, yes, indeed it is. Why have thou called me?
Our questions on the unit circle are endless.
Blasphemous! How dare thee! You could learn the unit circle in the fiery pits of the underworld.
One full time around a circle is 2 pi. 3/4 of that would be 3 pi over 2. Half of that would be pi, and 1/4 of that would be pi over 2. Therefore, the coordinates of the intersection of the circle and the axes are as follows: 1, 0, 0, 1, -1, 0, and 0, -1. The fact that unit circle is called a unit circle means that it has a radius of 1. Similar with degrees, one full time around a circle is 360 degrees. 3/4 of that would be 270, 1/2 would be 180 degrees, and 1/4 would be 90 degrees. When committing the degrees in radians, you have to remember the numbers 346 and 235. The denominator starting at the y-axis and going to the right or to the left are 3, 4, and 6. Starting at pi over 2 and going to the right, it is pi over 3, pi over 4, and pi over 6, following that pattern. Now when you go to the left, you have to remember the 2, 3, 5. So it's 2 pi over 3, 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 6. Remember the pattern 3, 4, 6. And then the second set of numbers to memorize are 2, 3, 5. 2 pi over 3, 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 6. When starting at 3 pi over 2 and going to the right or the left, all you have to do is simply add the denominator and the coefficient in the numerator to get your numerator on the same line. You can memorize the unit circle coordinates using the left hand trick. Look at the palm of your left hand. This is the first quadrant. Your pinky is 0 degrees, ring finger is 30 degrees, middle finger is 45 degrees, index finger is 60 degrees, and the thumb is 90 degrees. Whichever angle you are looking at, you look at the number of fingers above the finger corresponding to that angle and take the square root of that number and divide by 2. Your denominator is always 2. And that is your x-coordinate. To find your y-coordinate, you take the number of fingers below the finger being looked at, take the square root of it, and divide by 2. To find the rest of the angles, degrees, you start at 0 degrees, add 30 degrees, then 15 degrees, then 15 degrees, and then 30 degrees. Continue this pattern until you get to 360 degrees. So, following the pattern of 30, 15, 15, 30, the first quadrant would be as follows: 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees.